Okay, this video, we're going to figure out how much lead line we need. The first thing I'll do is let's just review what tools you need. These are probably about a foot long. I got them at Home Depot. You'll need it to stretch the net. So I have 12 of them. You're also going to need a measuring device, some type of paper to write the numbers down, as well as a pen. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to stretch the net out, make some measurements, and at that point I'll show you the formula that you need to figure out how many mesh per lead and how much line you're going to need. As you can see, I stretched it out. You can see I just used those pegs. You line things up more or less along. You stretch it out. If you look at the horn, you can see that it's flattened out. So you're going to do the corners at the seams, and once you have that in place, then you split the distance on the panel. You put one there, so that's why you'll get a total of about 12 stakes that you're going to need. All right, so next I'll show you the measurements. You're going to take 6 measurements, and then what we'll do is count the mesh on each panel, and I'll go over this with you next video, and we'll take it from there. Pretty easy so far. Okay, so first thing I do is I go from pin to pin and I write down the number. This is approximately 250 inches. Okay, and then what I'll do is I'll go over to the next pin over here. This is usually a lot less, so I'll show you what that looks like. This is not the seam, it's in between the panel. So we line it up. You can walk on the netting because it's not going to rip. It's pretty tough stuff. And this one at the point is 229. So the original one was 250. This is 229. That's not uncommon. The end result is we're going to add up all these numbers and divide it by 6 to get an average. Okay, we made our measurements from seam to seam and in between. Now what we're going to do is we're going to count the mesh along the bottom here. And this mesh, as I counted, on the base here was 139 mesh. So we're going to use that in the calculation.